this year's game, robots have to score notes into different places. The main goal is the speaker, in which robots are able to get 2 points if it's unamplified and 5 points if it's amplified. And robots are able to amplify their points by scoring 2 pieces in the amp and selecting the amplification button. And then at the end, in the end game, robots have to climb a chain and score points using the trap, which is pretty difficult to do this year.
So this year, for our game strategy, we decided we're going to go for the trap to get our ranking point, and we're really focusing on auto, like intaking and shooting in the speaker as like our main 2 focuses for the game.
So in the shooter group, we had 3 major prototypes right now. A horizontal shooter, which compresses the wheel horizontally. And so far we've had pretty good success with it. It's pretty accurate and it puts spin on it, which makes it fly straighter. Next we have is the vertical shooter, which compresses it down vertically. And this one also shoots straight, but at further distances it's not as good. And finally we have our Hoagie launcher, which is a souped up version of the horizontal shooter, which compresses it down to about 3.5 inches.
So programming's been working on everything we can do with the Kitbot so far, including testing autonomous paths, at least as far as we can do with those without an intake. Currently we're working on Limelight and Limelight Vision, and we're just waiting for what Build can get us.
So we've been prototyping a lot of intakes. We've done over the bumper, under the bumper, and a pass off. And we just want to see how the rollers and the wheels interact with the note. And we've chosen to move forward with like an over the bumper and an under the bumper, where we have an over the bumper that funnels into the under the bumper. And right now we're just testing out different ways to compress the note and bring it into our robot.
So just yesterday, we sent our drive rails to CCC to cut them out for us. And we try to give ourselves as many options as possible. So we sent them a couple extra rails that we can change into different configurations. So we have versions where the front inner rail is angled, we have them where it's straight. And we also have a version where we have bearing holes embedded into our front rail, so we can have as much flexibility as possible for our prototypes.
The climber group is working on our first prototype, and we added 2 drive wheels instead of 1 from last time, and it's not climbing up the wall anymore. The chains might have added friction, so we need to exchange the mini sims for sims and a bigger versatile to get up the wall. So hopefully we can do that next time.
So after some discussions about robot architecture, we've decided that for the amp trap mechanism, we need to score out the shooter side of the robot. So now we're testing an arm and a virtual 4-bar to have a piece of the ball path go up and score the note in the trap in the amp.